Rafael Nadal narrowly avoided defeat at the French Open as he battled past Felix Auger Aliassime for a 3-6, 6-3, 6-2, 6-3 victory after 4 hours and 21 minutes. The 13-time champion in Paris will now face a rematch with his biggest rival Novak Djokovic in the quarter-final after the world number 1 beat him in last year's semi-final, the most recent of their 58 meetings. It was a significant match for the Nadal family, as it was the world number 5's first meeting with Auger Aliassime since the Canadian started working with his former coach and uncle Tony. The 61-year-old chose to snub both players' camps and instead sat in the front row of the presidential area for the match, though had gone against his own player and shared his hope for his nephew to win before the match. Nadal was the first player to set up breakpoint chances in the match, but the 9th seed saved all three to hold for 2-1, before breaking the 13-time French Open champion himself. The world number 5 was once again unable to convert 3 more breakpoints on the Auger Aliassime serve and was suddenly in more trouble as he led 40-30 on his serve before finding himself breakpoint down to his opponent, dumping a backhand in the net to give Auger Aliassime another break to serve for the first set at 5-1. Nadal wasn't ready to give up just yet, as he went 30-40 up, and a double fault from his uncle's new charge gave him the break back and kept him alive in the set at 2-5. The 13-time champion was able to hold and force Auger Aliassime to attempt to serve for the set again, but this time the Canadian closed it out 6-3 in 57 minutes, marking the Spaniard's first set dropped in the tournament. After both players opened the second with a hold of serve, the Spaniard took a tumble while serving at 1-1 before facing 2 more breakpoints in the longest game of the set. He eventually held for a 2-1 lead after more than 8 minutes and was eventually rewarded with his own breakpoints at 4-3, breaking the 21-year-old for just the second time in the match to serve for the set, taking it 6-3 in 52 minutes to level things even on shot-relay. Nadal started the third with 2 breakpoints which were saved by Auger Aliassime, but the Spaniard broke the Rotterdam champion in his next service game and got a second break in the third set to serve for it at 5-2, holding to love for a 2-1 lead as he had now started to dominate after dropping the opener. The Canadian ended his opponent's run by holding to open the fourth and was suddenly right back in it as he converted his second breakpoint to start the set with a 2-0 lead. Nadal broke straight back, but Auger Aliassime immediately regained his lead for 3-1, which proved to be the crucial break as both men held on until the world number 9 closed it out 6-3, forcing a fifth and final set. The Spaniard held to start the decider but couldn't take a breakpoint in the next game, and despite coming from 0-40 down to deuce on the Auger Aliassime hold at 3-2, the 21-year-old held on to level the fifth set at 3-3. With the 9th seed serving at 3-4, Nadal suddenly pounced and set up 2 breakpoints to serve for the match. Auger Aliassime saved the first with a booming serve, but the most successful player in the tournament's history put the ball past his opponent to break for a 5-3 lead and let out a huge cry of vamos. And the 13-time champion showed why he was the king of clay by sealing a 3-6, 6-3, 6-2, 3-6, 6-3 victory after more than 4 hours. The next round is set to be even more difficult for Nadal, who will now face his longtime rival and the last man to beat him at the French Open in Djokovic. The world number 1 has already admitted he is ready to face the man dubbed the King of Clay after defeating him in 4 sets in the semi-final stage of the tournament en route to winning the title last year. Nadal and Djokovic's 59th meeting in the quarter-final will be played on Tuesday, though it remains to be seen whether they will be given the day or night session on court. Philippe Chatrier with the world number 1 better in the evening conditions and the 13-time champion better in the day. Discussing their potential showdown earlier in the week, Djokovic admitted, "All I will say is Rafa and I would make different requests.